God that's over. Welcome to the Time Treadmill. I'm Ron, and these are my sweaty thoughts about Doctor Who. My problem with Time Flight is not that it has terrible special effects and horrible sets and awful monster costumes. I mean, there are plenty of Doctor Who stories that have all of those things that I still unabashedly love. No, my problem with Time Flight is that it's badly written. I mean, where can I even start with this story? First of all, Nyssa functions in this story entirely to just spout exposition. All of the plot holes, all of the things that the writer couldn't come up with ways to communicate through action and through visual details, he simply has Nyssa spout off with explaining some situation. Oh, the entity is doing this. Oh, we're directed to go that way. Oh, we have to go this way. It's boring and tedious and just bad character writing. Nyssa is much too good a character to be wasted on exposition. And then there's the Master. Okay, I get the Master's thing, especially in the classic era, is to be costumed and then be surprisingly revealed as being the Master at some point. But that makes no sense here. In other stories, in context, it makes sense what the Master is doing and why he's costumed and who he's trying to fool. In this story, for the first half of the story, he is this frankly racist Asian caricature who is controlling all of the illusions in 140 million BC Heathrow. And there's no purpose to him being in that costume. I mean, first of all, there's multiple scenes of him alone, still in costume and maintaining that character. But beyond that, who is he trying to fool? At least in Castrovalva, he has integrated himself into this society in order to subtly rewrite the bounds of reality and to blend into this, and at all times specifically laying a trap for the Doctor. In the case of Time Flight, the Master has wound up stranded 140 million years into Earth's past with no way of escaping, and so he manages to cannibalize a crashed alien spaceship, because of course there's one there, and builds a time contour that's going to help him repair his own TARDIS, and coincidentally, the Doctor falls into that. And he's not even the first one to fall through. The only reason the Doctor comes through is because first another Concorde falls through the time contour. So all of this is coincidence and happenstance, and there's literally nobody present who would recognize the Master just as himself. So apparently he put on this entire full-body costume just because he is into cosplay? I don't know. It makes no sense. And there are so many plot elements along the way that just make no sense. I hate this story. It's marginally better than Planet of Giants, but that's kind of like saying that a headache is marginally better than the flu. I mean, it's technically true, but so what? Just so strange to have a season with so many strong stories like Castrovalva, The Visitation, Earthshock, Black Orchid, and then to have it counterpointed by Four to Doomsday and Time Flight. It's just, you know, the best I can say is that at this point, the best of the worst is behind me, right? I mean, off the top of my head, I can't think of any other stories in the Peter Davison era that I just viscerally dislike. So, on that note, I am happy to be quit with Time Flight and to move on to the next thing. And the next thing is actually pretty dang good. So we'll talk about that tomorrow.